I know y'all have seen these before, and I know these have been out quite a while. I think 2012, 13 maybe. But it's new to me. I got it this past week, and man, I love it. I ADC'd a Contigo for 18 months and replaced it with a ZT 909, which I like, but the S35VN on that knife is junk in my opinion. I mean, I've seen some reviews on edge retention test on that S35V on that VN on that knife, and it did terrible. Way worse than S30V. So I said, well, I need to find me something else. I like the heavy duty folders because I tend to break everything if it's not well built. It doesn't matter if it's a broom or a bicycle or a knife. It's gonna break if it's not well built if I'm handling it. So you can see this was a little bit different. When I got it, it was all black. I took it on I got a 1/2-inch plate, steel plate, that I wrap in sandpaper. And I put 120 grit sandpaper on it. And I just stick it on there. And I push down right there on the blade, and I find where that primary bevel sits. And I just go back and forth until I ground all the black off. And by the way, that black comes off super easy. I don't know why they even bother to put a coating on a blade. I know why they did it on this one, because it was a military style aimed at knife, and so they kind of wanted the all black out because they don't like big shiny things out in the field. So I didn't like it. I don't like wear marks, and I don't like coatings. I put a 600 grit, I believe 20 degree. I can't remember if it was 22 or 20. I think I started to go with a 22 and found out that was about the factory edge profile, so I just took it down 2 more degrees to 20. 600 grit, 4 micron strop, and it is screaming sharp. I'm telling you, I know there's 100 videos on this knife, but man, if you can get one in your hands, woo! I love me a big thick grip. I don't like them little things that feel like I'm grabbing onto a piece of paper. I like some heft and size to it. Just gives you more pressure to get in there. Hold. Because when your fingers all wrap around here and they're digging into your hand and you barely got a hold of the knife, that's not very good. See, fingers don't touch. And I wear about a size medium. So I guess if you have bigger hands, and yeah, you might still a little bit, but anyways. So yeah, good old D2. I think this is actually the first knife I've had in D2. People say it's a nightmare to sharpen. No. No. You use diamond stones, and I started with a 50 grit KME Gold Series. Man, it didn't take me, I bet you, 15 minutes. Can it? Can it? Sorry about that. She's wanting to be a bit talkative. Anyways, so yeah, man, I love this. I'm used to carrying Contigos, 0301s, 909s as my daily carry. 560 black wash. Yeah, it doesn't bother me one bit. Not one bit. So, and she's smooth. She's pretty smooth. She gets a little catch up at the top, but then once she breaks that top, she just falls right down. So I'm thinking about, let me get this real quick. I'm thinking about, on this center hole right here, taking an end mill and milling out that hole just a tad so I can stick that dude right there. Wilson Combat Medallion. I did a Hogue EX04. You remember the starburst pattern that Wilson Combat did with one of theirs. They had the little medallion sitting there, and I took one of the Hogue EX04s, the regular black ones, and hand filed that starburst pattern in there, and then inset one of these medallions. I got 2 of them. I've still had this one like 7 years later. I've been looking for an excuse to use it, so I thought, well, all black, cool little Wilson Combat medallion inset in there flush, glued in. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty cool. What do y'all think? So that's all I got on the adamas, Siebert, however you pronounce all that stuff. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.